Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled among rolling hills, there lived a woman named Clara. Clara was known far and wide for her infectious happiness. No matter the circumstances, she always seemed to wear a radiant smile that could brighten even the gloomiest of days. One crisp autumn morning, Clara decided to take a walk through the vibrant forest that surrounded her home. As she strolled along a winding path, she noticed a peculiar sight, a colorful butterfly fluttering around a gnarled oak tree. What made it peculiar was that the butterfly appeared to be carrying something in its tiny, delicate legs. Curiosity piqued, Clara followed the butterfly as it led her deeper into the woods. Eventually, it landed on a large rock covered in moss and gently placed its cargo on the ground. To Clara's astonishment, it was a small, sparkling jar with a golden lid. Clara carefully picked up the jar and examined it. The glass was clear as crystal, and inside, she could see something that made her heart skip a beat, tiny, glowing specks of light. As she opened the lid, a warm and comforting feeling enveloped her, like a hug from an old friend. It was then that Clara realized the jar held happiness itself, captured in those radiant specks of light. She knew that she had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. Clara decided to take the jar back to her cottage and place it on her windowsill, where the sunlight could shine through and make the specks of happiness dance like fireflies. She marveled at the jar's magic and the incredible sense of joy it brought her each day. Soon, word of Clara's happiness jar spread throughout the village, and people came from near and far to see this marvel for themselves. They would gaze at the jar in wonder, their spirits lifted by its radiant glow. But Clara had a secret. She had discovered that every time she performed an act of kindness or brought joy to someone else, a new speck of happiness appeared in the jar. It seemed that the jar's magic was fueled by the happiness she shared with the world. Over the years, Clara's jar grew more brilliant, filled with countless specks of happiness. And as it did, her own happiness seemed to grow as well. She had found that the more she gave, the more she received in return. One winter's day, a young girl named Lily visited Clara's cottage. She had heard about the happiness jar and was eager to see it for herself. Clara welcomed her warmly and told her the story of the magical butterfly that had led her to this incredible treasure. Lily was captivated by the jar's beauty and its message of boundless happiness. She asked Clara, "How can I have a happiness jar of my own?" Clara smiled and replied, "You already do, my dear. It's not about the jar itself, but what you put into it. Every act of kindness, every smile you share, every moment you bring joy to someone's life, that's what fills your happiness jar." Lily left Clara's cottage that day with a newfound understanding. She realized that happiness was not something to be hoarded or pursued selfishly, but a treasure to be shared with the world. From that day forward, Lily embraced the spirit of giving and kindness. She visited the elderly in the village, helped her friends when they were in need, and always greeted strangers with a warm smile. As she did, her own happiness jar began to fill with radiant specks of light, just like Clara's. And so, in the quaint cottage surrounded by rolling hills, two happiness jars stood as a testament to the extraordinary power of happiness and the simple truth that the more you share it, the more it multiplies, bringing joy not only to yourself, but to all those whose lives you touch. In the warmth of giving, our happiness multiplies, illuminating not only our own lives, but the world around us. Remember, your happiness jar is filled with the kindness you share. In the end, don't forget to share the video. And don't forget to like your channel Daily Motivation Story. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.